first battle I've had in a few weeks. You know, I'm not dead for anybody who thought I was. So, alright, here I am. I lead off my Gengar and I land a Focus Blast, which takes the Smeargle down to its sash, which is always a good thing. And he spores me, which is what I expected. So now I switch out into my Scizor, which seemed like a good idea at first, but then I see it has Endeavor and I'm like, fuck, this is horrible. So now the Smeargle gets rid of my Scizor, and that's just great, because that's not what I needed. So now I go into Rick James, my Azelf, and I Flamethrower, which is great because I get to finish off the Smeargle and I don't have to worry about him doing no nonsense anymore. So he brings out the Yamega, and I figured he used Protect, so I went for the nasty plot, but instead he switches into the Magmortar, so that works too. So I use Psychic, and that's gonna one-hit KO the Magmortar, and that's one thing I really don't have to worry about. So that brings in a Tyranitar, which is pretty much the only thing I was worried about on this team. Well, yeah, pretty much. So I switch into Breloom because I know it could take a crunch pretty well, but he gets the defense drop, and to be honest, that really still didn't matter at all. So he withdraws the Tyranitar because he knows the Spore is coming, and I Spore. So now I have a sleeping Registeel, so I know he's gonna switch out now, and he goes to the Dusknoir, which is kind of gay because I can't really hit this thing. So I set up Substitute, which is what Breloom does, so I don't think anybody's surprised by that. So now I just go for the Leech Seed just to see what he does, if I could maybe force a switch or something. I don't even know what I was going for here. So he shows me a Seismic Toss, which I don't see on too many Dusknoirs, but I guess this one had it. But it's whatever. So I just get the Leech Seed, health back, and I try to set up the Substitute again just in case he tried to switch or something, but no. He's going to stay in there with the Dusknoir and be really annoying, which is going to be really gay, because now I'm going to be forced to switch because I'm going to be losing health little by little every turn. So yeah, I just take the Leech Seed back, and now I have to switch out. So I go into my Gengar again because I know he's going to Seismic Toss. And this is where I actually make my biggest mistakes in the whole match, which is ridiculous. I kind of feel bad for playing this horrible at this point. So he brings out the Tyranitar again, and for some reason I didn't switch out, which was bad because he got to set up a Substitute, and this is horrible now because if I don't wake up and break this Substitute, I'm going to lose the game. Because now he shows me a Dragon Dance, which is horrible because this is substituting Dragon Dance. T-Tar, which is just going to cream me. And he Stone Edges and it misses, and that's just so lucky. That was pretty much the deciding factor in this whole game, if you were to look back at all the plays. So I Focus Blast and it hits, thankfully, and then he Stone Edges for the kill, which is kind of sad because I really didn't want to waste my Gengar like that, but being asleep does that to you. So now the Tyranitar has a Dragon Dance up, and it's just really looking at me really funny, and I don't want it to do that much damage. So I try to intimidate it, get the attack drop, and then he Stone Edges me because I switch out to my Breloom to try to take it, and he gets a crit. I think that mattered because it was not very effective, but whatever. So now I go back into the Gyarados for a second Intimidate, so now I know I can survive a Stone Edge, so I go for a Dragon Dance. And he switches out to the Dusknoir, which is kind of weird. I didn't expect that. But now that it's out, I know he's planning on Will-O-Wisping unless he has a Thunder Punch, which I really doubt he has. So I taunt him just in case, and he actually does go for the Will-O-Wisp, which is great for me because now Gyarados can proceed to set up even further. So now he has to switch out, and he goes into the sleeping Registeel, which is kind of odd, I think, but I don't think he had a better switch in at this point. So I Dragon Dance again on the switch, and now I taunt him because I know if he wakes up, he's probably gonna T-wave me or do something really annoying that's gonna mess up my Gyarados, which is going to be horrible. But luckily, I have the taunt. So I Dragon Dance again. This is my third Dragon Dance up, and he wakes up and Seismic Tosses, which doesn't really phase me at all. I have plenty of health. I'm not worried at all. So now I go for the waterfall, which is pretty obvious, and it does about half here, and he gets flinched, which is awesome because I don't have to take the Seismic Toss, which is great. And now waterfall again, and this isn't gonna kill him, which sucks ass because now I have to take another Seismic Toss before he dies, but whatever. As long as I get rid of everything at the end, that's all that matters to me. So Gyarados, even with me not playing, is still a monster because he just runs through teams if they let him. So the Registeel is gone, and now I'm just waiting to see what he brings out, because now I'm just going to pick them off one by one because, you know, Gyarados is very angry. He goes for the Protect, which I expected, but even after the Protect and the Speed Boost, he's not going to be as fast as me. So I know I'm going to be able to one-hit KO this thing, so that's exactly what I do. So the Waterfall one-hit KOs this, and I know I have the game now, so this is pretty much good game at this point. Alright, so now I'm just waiting for the next victim to come in, and so I could just end this. And he brings in a Dusknoir, which won't survive a waterfall, so I get rid of that too. So now all he has left is a T-Tar, and this is pretty much good game. So yeah, good game, FableFlame. You outplayed me at the beginning. I just got really lucky with the Gyarados. I have to get back into playing. I feel like really rusty, man. But whatever, man. It's football season. That's kind of grabbing my attention, and you know, college does it to you. So just holla at me.